Looks like it's running. Is there any audio? Rocky Top. You're back. Cool. Does it sound any better? You can recognize the song at least. Must be coming through a little bit. Man, it's just like YouTube today, I'm just looking at all the stuff there is to watch, and it's like, man, there's nothing to watch. Everything is just so drab and boring. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's just my mood, or a combination of the two things. My mood is just reflecting the boring reality of YouTube. I'm just like, dude, there's nothing I feel like watching. Kind of, I don't even know what kind of content I feel like providing. I mean, I can play guitar, but that's just what I do anyways. I mean, there's plenty of stuff to talk about, but it's just kind of like, why? Like people have just got their heels dug in, whatever they want to, whatever their stance is on things. But I mean, it'd be nice if there was some kind of unity going on, if there's some conversation of like unity instead of the, you know, just like bonehead fucking left-right argument. You know?
Hey, is it working?
I think so. Yeah, it looks like it's working.
All right.
Yeah. Maybe if you pop into my stream, see what the sound quality is like.
Oh, yeah.
Should be good though. Yeah. Turn out all right. Crisp. Sweet. Thank you much. Hey Sue, just showed up. I just played Rocky Top. You missed it. I was trying to summon you. You're a little bit late. It's not good. I was talking about how there's nothing to talk about. Topic. You know, there's really nothing to talk about. It's like if you haven't noticed yet, you know, the people that claim to be like in power, they don't care about us. They put on this really corny show, and it's like, how could anybody buy this shit? I mean, we surpassed hypocrisy a long time ago. Really, I mean, it's like, you know, Trump was putting a pretty good show, I gotta say, at the beginning, you know, before he became president. They had a way of making him look like a better, I don't know, had a way of making him look like he was saying the things that seemed like they needed to be said, and then he gets in and he changes his tune. He gets all pissy and he looks all like fucking, dude, he looks like he's about to die, really. He doesn't look very good. I mean, he's got that empty look on his face, you know, he's just like looking through you, not at you. But yeah, I mean, it's just like people that know what's up know that none of that shit's real anyways. I mean, I've changed my opinion on that sometimes. It's like, I think a lot of it does kind of work how they say it does, but like you're allowed to move within a certain parameter, you know. Like there's people that are more powerful than any of the people that claim to be in power. It's obviously the people with the money and, you know, that have transcended the monetary system. The people who are responsible for deploying, you know, 5G towers worldwide and, you know, a new experimental jet wide and chemtrails worldwide on a daily basis. I mean, these kind of projects that are just so fucking heavily financed. I mean, it's just like you can't even figure out how much money went into it. I mean, it's just like no company could ever do that. Like I believe that AT&T spent $1 trillion rolling out 5G hardware to provide us with a service that we already had. And it's like, oh, it's just a little bit faster. Okay. What a dumb story. Am I missing part of the story or something? I mean, because that doesn't fucking make any sense. There's something else going on there, obviously, right? Am I right? I mean, it seemed like, yeah, the fluoride, right? That's a great. It just so turns out this ingredient that they've been medicating our water with for fucking however long. It's just, oh, it turns out it makes you stupid. Fucking calcifies your pineal gland. Are you fucking for real? Like, was that just a happy accident for you people? Like, oh, it makes your teeth strong. Well, we're dumber than dirt, but we got teeth that can chew. And people are arguing to have it. We want to take it out of our water. It's like, dude, you find out that it makes you stupid, and then you're arguing to not take it out of water. Well, it's like maybe we shouldn't really have, it shouldn't be up to the people that have been stupefied by it to make the decision. I mean, it's just retarded, dude. It really is. It's retarded. Get your fluoride. Make sure you spit all that shit out. Get all that out. Spit every last bit of it out. Okay, good. Get that stuff out of your mouth. Okay. Don't want to swallow. You brush your teeth. Oh, there's fluoride to contact poison control if you swallow it. Oh my God. Spit it all out quick. Oh, but you can drink it and bathe in it your whole life. Oh, that's fine. No problem. Isn't that kind of like a conflicting mess? Oh, there's just not enough of it to make it. It's like just going to splash over your teeth really quick. That's going to be enough to like make it worthwhile. I mean, what is the fucking logic? There's no logic. The science is obviously not what you say it is. I mean, we want to drink this shit our whole lives just to make our teeth. I mean, what if our teeth aren't? I mean, you know, my mom took fluoride when she was pregnant with me. You know, like I've had fluoride in my, had my share of fluoride, I'm sure, and like my teeth are all jacked up. So it's like it wasn't a good trade-off, right? Talking about fluoride. Don't get me going on fluoride, man. That shit's fucking whack. It's like it's never been up to the government to medicate our water supply. It's like the fact that we allowed that is, I mean, it's like, I guess we allow it. I mean, what do we don't want it, but it's like the people that are, treat the water, they like a package from the feds. You got to put this in the water. What about just like treating the water? I mean, what's all this? I mean, it's fucking so sketchy, dude. It's not right. That should never be allowed. I mean, we've gotten so far from the original thesis of this whole place. It was supposed to be like a free country, where the government was small and didn't meddle in your life. I mean, it's just so obviously such a far cry from that. And it's like to the point where you don't even. Like, I'd probably choose to leave here if I could. It's beautiful here, but like I don't really like it. Just the way things are going. It's just like we're obviously like it's so corrupted. I mean, the shit's falling apart everywhere. But we're sending all this money elsewhere, and fucking find out how corrupt these people are. And we always knew. It was just like such a fucking. I mean, I figure it was just a matter of time before the whole population wakes up to it. But it's taking too long, man. Too long. And then what? I mean, how do you get rid of it? You just stop paying attention to it? I mean, what, you go throw them out? I mean, they would keep doing things for a while, but if nobody was giving it any attention, it would fizzle out and die. Because that's how it lives. It thrives on our attention. If nobody gave it any attention, and that means no support, no votes, no attention, zero, it would have to fizzle out and die because it's the only reason it's there is because people give it attention. There's only so many of them is what I'm saying. And if there's just them giving themselves attention, it wouldn't last that long. Whatever. There's nothing to talk about. It's just taking too long is all I'm talking about. Just fucking hurry up and collapse already. What the fuck? Ready to drag it out. Just kind of jamming with the weed blower. Or leaf blower. Weed whacker. No, it's a weed blower. It's a weed blower. We blow our weeds around here. Oh, it's a short-lived weed blower. I like when it's over with quick. Looks like everybody left. I don't know. It's nothing to talk about. Nothing to watch. Nothing to see here. You're not missing much. With my head in sparkling clover, let the world roll by. far, but it was far enough for me. I never forget the things that at the time I didn't even see. Now it's all just as plain as day to me. I lose myself and find everyone else and try to tie it all together. I got to tie it all together now. Tie it together now. I got to tie it together now. I got to tie it all together. Make sense of this life and try keeping it together. Well, I feel like we all could be a lot more satisfied with the way around each other. You know you got to travel sometimes. Around for all. I'll see you on the other side. Yeah, yeah, so long goodbye, baby. I just got to move on. I got to keep on traveling. I'll see you on the other side. Yeah, yeah, so long goodbye, baby. I just got to move on. I got to keep on traveling. I got to keep on traveling. Someplace that I got to go, somewhere far away from you, far from anyone that we both know. It's time to start again. Let go and get my breath. The wagon that was once was. Oh, it's a I got to pull myself together now. Someone that I have to be. Like baby, sitting on that farm, but it was far enough for me. I never will forget the things that at the time I didn't really see. Now it's all plain as day to me. I will lose myself and find everyone else. Try to tie it all together. Got to tie it all together. Got to tie it together now. Tie it together now. I got to tie it together now. I got to tie it all together and make sense of my life and try keeping it together. I feel like we all could be a lot more satisfied with the way we live around each other. People, you know you got to travel sometimes to figure out it's all alright. Well, I'll see you on the other side. Yeah, yeah, so long, goodbye, baby. I just got to move on. I'll see you on the other side. I'll see you on the other side. Yeah, so long, goodbye. I'm gone, but I'm only a child. I'm only trying. I'm only trying. I'm traveling. I'm only traveling. I'll send you a postcard when I get there. I'm traveling in the rain. It's not safe to travel in the rain. I don't recommend it. I woke up today. It goes like this. I woke up today. Is that how it goes? That's it. brought a tear to the eye. So I walked on outside and I watched as the clouds flew away. I watched as the clouds flew away to the sky, a perfect blue sky. Teardrops and raindrops, this day has begun. Behind every dark cloud always waits the sun. Has it been said, then so shall it be done. And if it was over before it begun, you know that I loved you with all of my heart. And when it was over before it could start, it's easy to say and it's harder to say, but some things have to be believed to be said. Some things have to be believed to be said. Believed to be Some things have to be believed to be seen. My reactions are slow. I got nowhere to run, I got nowhere to go, and I'm burning low. So I sang you this song, and thinking that you'll sing along. You wrote it for me to sing back to you. That I knew there's still no stronger than recognizing what I know to be true. If in the end it was only pretend, if it's still something that I'll defend, know that I love you with all my heart. If it was over before it could start, well, that's easy to say, it's harder to say. But some things have to be believed to be seen. Some things have to be believed to be seen. Believed to be believed to be seen. I woke up today to the sound of the rain pouring down from the sky. It brought a tear to me eye. Can you hear it all right, or is it hard to hear? Guitar. Oh yeah, this guitar. Yeah, it's all got spider webs in it and shit. I'm gonna grab a cigarette. I'll be back in 10 seconds. It's pouring rain out here. April showers. What's up, Rick James? Living the good life, huh? Nice. Nice. Living the good life. Well, That's a good song. I forgot about that. You told me goodbye. How was I to know you didn't mean goodbye? Please don't let me go. I was having a hard time living the good life, living the good life. Well, you know. The wheels are made, got a ton of hay. Now listen here, babe, 'cause I mean what I say. I could show you a high time, living the good life, living the good life, baby. Don't be afraid. I was losing time, I had nothing to do with no one to find. I came to wheels broke down, the leader won't draw. The line is busted, the last one I saw. I think I'm playing that right. Living the good life. Well, you know. It's such a good song, though. Grateful Dead. That's on their Working Man's Dead album, I think. That's a really good album. It's got that fucking. Please don't come and eat back if you got nothing new to say. If you please go right up the track, this train got to run today. I spent a little time on the mountain, spent some time on the hill. I saw things I don't understand, but I guess in time I will. I don't know what I was told. Horse don't pull, you got to keep it low. I don't know whose back's that strong. Maybe find out before too long. Ooh, one way over another, one way over another. This darkness got to give, got to give. The rain's getting too loud. You probably can't even hear me anymore, huh? It's so loud I can't even hear myself. It was over before it began. It was over before it began. It was over. It was over before it began. 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 Over before it began. Over before it began. Well, the history books were written before any of it ever happened, if it happened at all. We live in a pre-written, predicted, scripted, actor-based reality taking place on your TV. And the useful idiots that get up on the television telling you what they want you to believe is happening in the world as it plays into their dirty little hands. And it's over before it began. You'll be better and better at being able to spot the holes in the plot, and there's usually a lot if you're catching all the clues that can be caught in the weaponized news. You'll see right through the bruise where others are confused, manipulated, and used, being driven by their panic and misguided fears. It's a whole different story for you. It's crystal clear. So learn to read the writing on the wall. It's been written by the hidden hand. And it's over before it began. It was over before it began. It was over before it began. Over before it began. It was over before it began. Well, 9/11 came and went, and all the money got spent, and the laws were bent, and we never got a story that made any sense. Well, there's a terrorist attack and all that. For 2 days, not 3 buildings down, right to the ground flat. Faster than you could clap your hands a dozen times. 110-story building fell before your eyes twice. And let's not forget Building 7, the 47th floor building where something quite peculiar happened as it collapsed in the exact same fashion. However, it was strange because it wasn't hit by planes. Until this day it remains yet to be explained. But you'll never hear anyone up on the television just be like, hey, wait, 2 planes, 3 buildings? Please explain. I don't understand. It wasn't any fucking planes, man. It was over before it began. It was over before it began. It was over before it began. Over before it began. Over before it began. There wasn't any fucking planes, man. You'll never hear anyone up on the television just be like, hey, wait, 2 planes, 3 buildings? Please explain. I don't understand. There wasn't any fucking planes, man. And it was over before it began. It was all part of their big fucking dumb plan. There was more than 3 buildings, though. It was probably like 4 or 5. Like building 2 got it pretty good, and building 6. I think the whole fucking thing, the whole complex took a good hit. But the spectacle was the Twin Towers. They never mentioned Building 7. It's all, what? What's that? There's still people today that don't know what Building 7 means. The anomalous building that collapsed in its own footprint because the roof caught on fire. Dude, if it was that easy to fucking take the, demolition crews would be out of work. Or they could just go, and it would be a lot easier for them to just go, oh, we just got to go light the roof on fire and the whole building's going to collapse right here in its footprint. No problem. I'll turn to white powder. It's dust. We don't have much to clean up. Piece of cake. That's how we build them. There's a pull switch. You just pull it, and then it comes down. Just don't tell anybody. You just gotta pull it. You gotta pull it. You get a Pulitzer Prize for your acting on the news. You gotta pull it. That's what you gotta do, man. Just the damage is just too extreme. You pull it and just get her done. Just drop it. Oh, you pull the pull-it lever. Oh, yeah, that one. Yeah, let's just do the pull-it lever, because that way it'll just fall down. You don't know about the pull-it lever? People need to learn about the pull-it lever. It's so much easier to drop a building. You just got to pull it. We're just going to pull it. Okay, pull it. There she goes. Most of the people that occupy those buildings never knew you could just pull it. They might not be occupying those buildings. Is that pull-it lever protected pretty well? I mean, what's the security around the pull-it lever? I want to know before I enter this building. Who's got the button? Who's got the pull-it switch? Who's watching that switch? I want to know at all times. I don't want no fluff talk. No, I don't need to hear, please. I don't want to hear no. Rather just listen to the rain on the trees. I don't need to hear something I already know. I don't need to see what you have to show. If it's just something that I don't need to know. I don't need to hear a bunch of nonsense. I don't need to know what the weather will be. I can just as easily go look and see. I don't need to hear no fluff talk, no. I don't need no small talk if you please. I'd do better just to listen to the breeze. I don't need to hear what I've already heard. I'd rather listen to the birds. I don't need no nothing from nobody. All I want is something from somebody. Well, you can sit here in your mouth all day. If you have something interesting to say, maybe perhaps I might too. Or we could just sit in silence. There's nothing to talk about, there's nothing to say. I don't need to hear somebody who wants to fill the void. It will just make me feel annoyed. I don't need to hear no fluff talk today. You don't even care what I have to say. There's like not much to talk about. Detonator boxes. How about those art students? You up right on the top floor. Yeah, they had access to the like to the fucking like the supporting the core of the building. They had access to it. You know, the part that failed. Those art students, those Jewish art students that were filming themselves out. They were filming themselves outside of the building. They made like an artificial little like platform for them to stand on outside, like out like over the like if they fell they would have died kind of thing. They're outside of the building and they're filming themselves like swishing their clothes around and like weird like they said it was art. But what I think it was is it was just them getting footage of people outside the building with their clothes flying so they could do like, you know, make like video of people falling or something. They're like trying to get a shot of somebody outside the building with their shit flying around in the wind. So they can show you a video of somebody falling out of the building later. Who knows, dude? It just wasn't very artistic, though. I mean, there was nothing about it that struck me, you know, as being, I was just suspicious, if anything, but it wasn't art. It's a great excuse, but it gives us artists a bad name. There's a lot of fake-ass weird shit these days. There's a lot of fake-ass weird shit these days. Everywhere you look, it seems there's a lot of fake-ass shit these days. You know what I mean? You gotta fake it to make it. If you fake it to make it, fake it to make it. Your success is fucking fake. Off the cuff, talk of intelligence. The stuff and not too much relevance. Developments, the true elements, telepathic pelicans, and telepaths. We're all in this together, telepathically. We're all in this together, telepathically. And I can telepathically pathological lie from a mile away. Stay. I can tell a pathological lie from a mile away. Stay. It's raining so loud out here, I can't even hear myself. Dirty art done dirty, right? Dirty deeds and they're done with sheep. Dirty deeds and they're done with sheep. I think that's what they were saying. Done with sheep. What's up with the... I've heard people talking about Artemis and how they tracked the ship all the way they were tracking it as it orbited Earth, and then tracking the ship as it went around the moon from Earth. Like, it sounds like a bunch of hooey. I haven't seen any visual proof of it yet, but I've heard people talking about it in debates, like people that think it's real. Can you hear me talking? It's so loud out here, huh? But I just think that's wild to make a claim like that if it's not true. Like, I mean, I want to see that proven. I should look it up. Because they were saying they tracked it. They had, like, some way of tracking. I mean, it's so easy to fake that shit. I mean, are we supposed to just believe them? That's the difference between, I mean, it's like, to be a glober, you know, in defense of the globe Earth after you've heard about the flat Earth. If you still want to take the side of globe Earth after you've, like, sufficiently considered the topic and looked at all the information, and you still want to defend the globe, it's because you believe in the globe. It's not that you know it's a globe. No, you can't know from down here. From down here, it doesn't seem like a globe. I mean, the people just don't want to admit that, but it's like, come on, dude. You have to admit that that's whack. It's crazy. Well, if the moon's a ball and yeah, I get it. The sky, if you start staring at the sky long enough, you might start thinking some weird shit. But if we didn't have the sky, nobody had ever thought that. And that tells you something. It tells you that you need the sky to believe in the globe. Without the sky, there's no reason to think that, for one thing, and like there's no way to prove it, that's for sure. You know what I mean? It's like, the whole idea of curvature is just so shot. That's such a beaten dead horse right now. I mean, like, people still want to argue that there's curvature. What is it, just like sometimes? They don't even think of it like curvature. They think of it like steps. They're like, look, the bottom-up obstruction, but it's still the same orientation as the observer. So that's not curvature. That's optics. Because it's not like stairway Earth, you know. It's just not going to step down. It would be rolling away from you. That's a different effect. You're not witnessing what you think you're witnessing. Bottom-up obstruction, but yeah, is the fucking boat still in the same orientation as you? Because it would be rolling away. It would be a different effect you'd be witnessing. It wouldn't be stepping down like a fucking stairway. I mean, am I right? It's just like, it doesn't take much to figure that out. That was the first thoughts I had on the topic. I'm like, well, that doesn't, what do they think, it's a stairway or something? Like, that's not right. It would be rolling away. The buildings, tops of the buildings would be like rolling away from you. It'd be like, you wouldn't see the top. It'd be pointing away. It'd be top obstruction. Everything's all Bas Ackwards. Television satellites. Yeah, I mean, just because you have stuff flying up in the air doesn't make it, I mean, it's interesting. But the whole satellite industry is really strange. I would expect there to be more like satellite technicians, like people that actually put the satellites up in orbit, that would want to come talk to us, but yeah, I haven't really heard much of that. But yeah, I mean, it's like, to figure out how to put something in the sky and make it fly doesn't necessarily, but I know they say that the, you know, the geostationary or whatever, there's satellites that are, you know, outside of our atmosphere that are supposedly up in space, you know, rotating with the Earth and orbiting the sun with the Earth, all, you know, at the same, in sync with it. It's like, what they say is that it's falling back down to Earth, but the spin of the Earth, the motion of the Earth makes it so it never falls. It's always at the same elevation or something like that. But then they say, but their story contradicts itself, though. They say that it has to, if it's accelerating down, then it would have to be accelerating forward, and it doesn't have that capability, I don't think. I mean, how long could a satellite stay up there if it had to actually bring resources in order to accelerate? I think they do have little boosters on them, though. Yeah, the reason I became a flat earther was when I started thinking about the way that the globe Earth, what seemed crazy to me was like the biggest circle you can draw on the Earth is the circumference of the globe, which would be like 24,000 miles, roughly, But then it's like, so what's it circling? Like, what is inside that circle? It's like you could say either the northern hemisphere or the southern hemisphere. It's like a straight line, but it's not a straight line because it's going around a ball. But like if you make circles anywhere else on the Earth, there's a certain area within that circle that you're encompassing. And I would think if you start making concentric circles on the face of the Earth, just get bigger. Like, I can't imagine anything else happening, because your concentric circles would just keep getting bigger, because if you just think about how it would take place in real life, you gotta forget about the idea of a ball for a second. Just how it would be in real life. Like if you were to start to make concentric circles, every time you're going around the outside of your last circle you made, so every time the circle has to be bigger. There's no way to get a different result. Like, the Earth presents itself as being planar, so that makes it kind of tricky for this situation to play out the way the globe would have to play out. Like, the circles would get so big, but then they have to start shrinking because they're coming back down to the other end of the Earth. But really, what would happen in real life is that our circles would just keep getting bigger, because every time you finish a circle, if you can see more Earth beyond that circle from the entire perimeter, however big that circle is, it really shouldn't matter. If you see more Earth beyond the circle that you just completed, that means the next circle is going to be bigger. That's just basic logic. It's fundamental, like it's intuitive understanding of like spatial awareness or whatever. It's like, so for those circles to have to start shrinking, something kind of magic would have to happen, or something really weird that doesn't jive with what our experience is. Because anybody would intuitively know, making concentric circles, if you just started making them, they're only going to get bigger, right? And you'll see them get bigger and bigger and bigger. Right, we're supposed to believe they can only get so big, and then they start getting smaller. But really, is that what we would see in real life? You just have to think this through. Like, say you went down to the equator and you measured out the entire equator, so you could say that's circling the northern hemisphere or it's circling the southern hemisphere or whatever. That's where it gets kind of screwy. But if you just made concentric circles all the way out to there, like, it's just kind of crazy to think that you would ever be on the inside of the circle again. Like, just think about it. Like, if you started to spiral out from where you are right now, a big spiral, the spiral gets bigger and bigger and bigger. You're covering more and more area. You're circling more and more area. The spiral gets enormous. More and more area. And it's just so, you're going across, but you started right here, but it started getting really big because you're just spiraling around the outside of your last lap, and it just gets huge. You're covering so much area, say you're like hovering above the Earth or something, you're spiraling around the last lap that you did. It gets wider and wider and wider, and it's covering more and more Earth. Now, to think for that spiral to ever start to spiral back in, you have to sort of do some mental gymnastics, because you know that you live on a globe or something. But how's that going to look in real life? Like, that spiral is just going to keep getting bigger. How's it going to start to shrink is what I want to know. The only answer anybody can come up with is, because the Earth is a globe. Yeah, but the Earth presents itself as being planar. So what I'm saying, really, it's like, it kind of cuts you off at the knees with your globe thing, because really, if you're going to make concentric circles on the face of the Earth, starting right here where you are right now, the circles are small, but you can't make a smaller circle around the outside of that circle, obviously. And you really don't have any reason to believe that you'll ever be able to. It shouldn't matter how big of a circle you make on the face of the Earth. To think that you can make a smaller circle around the outside of it is counterintuitive and wrong. I mean, it doesn't make any sense. Nobody would ever think that's possible. Nobody could ever demonstrate that unless they're playing with their toy ball Earth. They can demonstrate it there. But that's my point, is that for what the globe necessitates is something that I truly know can't happen in this reality that we exist in. Because I know circle on the face of the earth, if there's more earth beyond that circle you made, then you can keep making bigger circles. And I'm pretty sure that's how it's always going to be. You're going to make, it doesn't matter how big of a circle you make on the earth. I mean, really, it shouldn't matter. If there's more earth beyond that circle, obviously you can keep making bigger circles. I mean, what are we supposed to think happens? How is that supposed to play out? We're just supposed to believe that somebody went out and measured every square inch of the earth already and it's all been accounted for. But there's a reason why nobody's ever followed a meridian and come all the way back to where they started. Because north and south are straight lines. The needle on the compass is straight. It's indicating to you that if you go and travel in that path, north to south, it's a straight line. The needle is straight. It's not curving. If you're walking north to south, you're walking in a straight line. The compass isn't telling you anything about you coming back to where you started from. It's saying if you go in a straight line, you're going in a straight line. Good luck. I mean, the compass isn't implying that if you keep going in a straight line, north to south, that you're going to come back to where you started. No, but a compass is a circle. It helps you make a circle. The circle is the east and west. You know, it's east and west on a globe and on a flat earth. They're circles around the north. So really, it's like the compass kind of like, you know, it's depicting directionality on a flat plane. Even if the compass is inside the little bubbles, you know, like on the Rambo knife, it's still depicting the direction on a flat, inside the bubble, it's flat. And so, like, if somebody wanted to disprove flat Earth, they could go follow a meridian until they come all the way back to where they started. But that hasn't been done, not to my standards. I mean, there's people that claim to have circumnavigated north to south. There's a few people, but if you look at the path they took, I mean, it's not what would require a north to south circumnavigation. It's like they went down to Antarctica, turned around, and came back. They might have gone a different route on the way back, but it wasn't a straight trajectory. You know, they basically turned around. And the excuse is that you can't fly over Antarctica or whatever. I guess maybe there might have been one or two people that have claimed to have done so, but for me, it's like, I think that if the Earth was a flat plane the way it appears to be, there would have to be a place on Earth that is just impassable, that's just too cold, because the sun only goes so far before it's back over your head, and it only lights up so much Earth as it's making its circuit. And throughout the course of the year, the analemma, I mean, you get the impression, okay, there's only so much Earth that's actually being lit by the sun over the course of a year. And beyond that, it's not getting sun. Whatever, I mean, it's like you have to ditch the idea of the globe for a second and try to imagine if it's flat. That's implying that it keeps going, but it's just not accessible because our sun, you know, it implies that we're in like an enclosed area, like a limited area. Because if you were to travel beyond where the sun is reaching, it would be ice and it would be frozen. There'd be no life there. There would have to be a place on Earth where there's no life and it's just ice and nobody goes there and it's just full of, you know, lore, and there's no cities, there's no country. It's just a place that nobody goes, and if you do go there, it's just for science or, like, you know, to go look at it really quick. But it's not a place where we're ever going to settle because it's just the limit, you know. It's like there would have to be a place like that on Earth if Earth was flat. And there is a place like that on Earth. It's called Antarctica. I mean, there might be a continent that looks like what Antarctica looks like. I mean, I don't think there is, but there might be. But that doesn't mean that proves a globe or something. And I've spent a lot of time thinking about the 24-hour suns, and I don't see any reason why we can't have two poles over a flat Earth like that. I don't know why that hasn't been discussed. It is being discussed in some circles, but because the analemma to me kind of shows us that what happens in the north is happening in the south. To some extent. I mean, the sun's path shows us an analemma. It's like it's a figure eight. You know, it shows us that what happens in the north happens in the south. It does a loop there and it does a loop there, and it's just on this infinite. You know, it's an infinity symbol. At the equator, the analemma is an infinity symbol. It's equal on both sides. Anywhere else, you're going to see the bigger loop in the further away. Like if you're in the north, you'll see the bigger loop in the south, or if you're in the loop in the north, because it's going further away from you. But at the equator, you're going to see the analemma has a perfect infinity symbol because it makes an equal loop in both the north and the south. That's how we have our seasons. It's pretty interesting. And then they say that, the sunspot observations, and it's like they start building this based off of the sky, and it's pretty compelling, but it's not proof because it's all based on observation. Yeah, and the motion is a whole other thing, like the spin. I mean, that's, for one thing, it can't be detected, so it's like you have to take it on faith, really. It's like the globe Earth is really, it's a bunch of explanations that you have to believe. Because if you can't detect it, then how are you going to, I mean, they're going to say like the gyro compass detects it, but I don't know. I don't know if that makes sense, really. Because you can't just separate from the spin of the Earth. So how do they make a tool that does that? I don't know all the methodology and all that, but I question its validity. Because you can't just hover above the Earth and have it spin underneath you. So how is there going to be a device that can somehow manage to detect spin that you can't measure in any other way? That doesn't seem consistent with what we're supposed to believe. Their stories are always shifting all over the place. Like Neil deGrasse Tyson will be like, "Oh, they scored a field goal because the Earth rotated into place." What? So football leaves the rotation? A football can separate from the rotation, but a helicopter can't? No, because the helicopter's going the same speed as the Earth. Well, so would the football. What's the difference? The logic is so shot. But, it's a model that's been designed strictly off the sky. Trying to prove any of it from the Earth is just not happening. And that's why there's more and more flat earthers. Like, it's a hell of a caveat to say, okay, we live on a ball, but no matter where you go on the ball, you're not going to feel like you're on a ball. I mean, so that's kind of crazy. That's why they went and landed people on the moon, so they could show you, hey, look, you can go land on a floating ball, and it's going to seem like it is on Earth, where you just walk around as normal. That really had everybody just sold. Oh, yeah, we live on a ball. I don't think they were even questioning it. It seems like the flat Earth thing is, why did it take so long for people to start asking questions about that? I guess the Flat Earth Society was always around, but there was something that changed. It was just something that we all took for granted. Like, we were just told it was a ball, when we were too young to think about questioning it, really. And then you just never think about it again. And you have the space agencies showing you stuff, and you just think it's subtly reinforcing this thing that you already believe. I mean, I used to sit and think about, the space and, like, how we were, like, flying around the sun. I used to, like, meditate on that shit, It's like, with everybody believing in it, it almost makes it real. But really, it was just belief. It wasn't knowing. Everybody knows the Earth is flat and not spinning. A lot of people believe that it's a globe that is spinning, but they don't know it. How could you know it if it doesn't present itself in that way? How would you know that unless you actually witnessed it? But the people who witnessed it, they don't want to join the conversation. It never happens with golf, yeah. I mean, for Neil deGrasse to take the liberties that he does, it's pretty wild. I'll tell you that it's pear-shaped. It's a little fat around the south. It's like, so it keeps getting wider past the equator, like what I was saying? Yeah. Okay. That checks out. And then at the point where it's supposed to start getting smaller again, that's where you can't go. That's where we're cut off from seeing. That checks out too. It's kind of convenient how the globe model has set up a few things, where it's like hardly anybody gets to see the 24-hour sun in the south. But I mean, you go to Chile or like Punta Arenas, I mean, they got 17 and a half hours of sun in December. That's a lot of sun. I mean, you get the idea, like you can go further south from there, and the days get shorter the further north from there. So the days get longer the further south you go from there. You see where I'm going with this? Probably by the time you get to Antarctica, you've got like 20 hours of light. I mean, it's like it pretty much starts to look like there's a 24-hour sun down there, but it's just like it's so hard to get there to see it. It's weird. It's such an opposite environment than it is from the north. It's really weird. And that doesn't get enough attention, really. Why is it always so dry and fucking icy? Like the sun up in the north, it melts the ice and it becomes humid. Because it doesn't get a lot of sun for the rest of the year, but when it's there during the summer, it melts the ice and there's humidity. When it's in Antarctica for its summer, ice doesn't melt and it's dry as fuck. So why is it the complete opposite environment if it's got the same sun? What happened? Why? Had to build a styrofoam model. Yeah, I had to do that too. One thing that I think is interesting about the southern 24-hour sun is that if you look at Google Earth, you can't see any north-facing shadows. So it's like they don't take pictures down there when it's summer. That would be the one time you would want to take pictures down there. It's like, so what the fuck? Why is there no north-facing shadows? I mean, that would be convincing if there was, But if there isn't, that means the sun's never in this, moving. It never goes in a circle towards the south like it's supposed to have done. I mean, the globe Earth is a real mind fuck, really, when you try to think about it, because it's just that caveat where it's like you're never going to feel like you're on a ball. You're never going to feel like you're going around the side of a ball or underneath the ball. So the Earth's expanse can only widen, really. It doesn't make sense to think that it would ever start to close back up. That's not our reality. I say that an expanding perimeter can only expand. You'll never see it do anything else. Because it's just going to be encompassing more area. How could it ever shrink? It doesn't make any sense. QNFE thinks there's a 24-hour sun down there, right? Yeah, that's a mistake people make, is thinking that they have the sun all figured out. I mean, we do know it's very predictable, but it's like not many people live down there where this 24-hour sun is. But I do think it's a real thing. I mean, I think it is. I don't know. I'd have to go see it. But the analemma kind of implies that it's a real thing. Because if it's doing a loop in the north and same loop in the south, I mean, it seems pretty obvious that it's doing the same thing. But it's weird, though. It's really weird. There's a lot of stuff around that might have been like a psychological operation. I don't trust Jeranism. I think he's a plant. Maybe. I mean, he strikes me as being kind of one. I don't know. I don't know. It's just a food for thought. But it's interesting how he was the guy that brought it to our attention that there was no 24-hour sun videos down there on all the bases and everything. And then he would be the guy to go down there and show us that there's 24-hour sun. It's just convenient, He's like the poster child for why you shouldn't be a flat earther. And the way he just went so hard against flat earth right away and just forgot all the stuff he'd been talking about, all the NASA debunking and all that shit. He's like singing a whole different tune. I mean, that's not how people usually are, like, granted, he kind of treats the whole thing like a social affair, like you're cool if you believe in the globe, or it used to be the opposite story, like he does these rap songs. I mean, it's really lowbrow, like fucking materialistic sort of, approach to something that doesn't call for that kind of attitude, really. It's like a social affair for him. And he wants to make it, oh, they're lying, and he's getting all pissed, and it's all like this thing where he's like trying to bring up certain personalities and poke fun at them, and that's not what this is about, though. Yeah. Like, I would think if he was really trying to find the truth, he would have come back and tried to figure out how to factor in what he saw over a flat earth, because that's what this is all about. But he just flipped right away, and it's like, he bought into the idea that like that model, you know, that they've been pushing made any sense. It doesn't. I don't like the Gleason map because it doesn't show you what we experience. Like, how are you going to get a straight path at the equator for the sun on the Gleason map? How does that make any sense? Well, then the Gleason map tells you there's no 24-hour sun in the south, I think. Yeah, it's raining. Yeah, April showers. I think I got to get off the internet here. I got to go pick up my kids from school. Oh, all right. Cheers.